morning, Your Excellency, and welcome to Live Chat with Josey.
Thank you very much.
Okay, it's good to have you on my show. You're someone who is campaigning, you're very busy, and it's an opportunity. It's a very big honor for me to catch up with you this morning before you go out for your campaigns. How has it been right now in Malawi?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of excitement across the country. People are expecting change, and they have received our message with such great joy and anticipating that we would implement policies that would uplift them.
Okay, so I'll just ask you, for other people that have not read your manifesto, to just quickly summarize your manifesto for us this morning.
Well, we have a 72-page manifesto, and then I think you've also heard that we are in an alliance with UTM, and they also have a 72-page manifesto. When you look at both, you see that the developmental idea runs across both documents, and we just seek to have a commonality of a developmental state that is democratic and is able to deliver services to its people and make sure that people are lifted out of abject poverty, the women, the children, the young people who are the most, that's the greatest population we have, as well as the farmers, because we are an agro-based economy, really.
But Your Excellency, we are used to leaders like you. Obviously, you're vying to get into office, promising heaven and earth. Are you going to be different in any way?
This is basically the problem of leadership, and we are not unaware of the traps of power, but we are going to offer a different type of leadership. And we have been going across the country talking to them about such kind of leadership, which basically serves people rather than expect people to look up to them to be served.
And some of your staunch followers are not happy with the Tons alliance. Some also feel your alliance partner, Saulos Chilima, is riding on your popularity. Your comment on that?
That's an opinion, because a recent study, which was made public yesterday, shows that most people are very happy with the Tonse Alliance. And if anything, they may be one or two other folks, but we have gained more through the Tonse Alliance in terms of how Malawians think that this represents the best of Tonse. Tonse meaning all of us together. And 9 parties have represented something of the aspirations of many, many Malawians. And so I'm excited. And we said we would challenge this in court vis-a-vis the election result for president. One of the things that gave us confidence was the fact that the Chief Justice certified it as a constitutional matter. And so a panel of 5 judges heard the case. That already told us that it would not be something that would be compromised. And so we were confident that they would hear our case, despite they're wanting to have the case dismissed. They said there's substantive issues that need to be addressed. And that, again, gave us confidence that they want to hear what we had. And we were happy when they finally agreed with our observations and announced that result.
Okay, and Malawi is known to be a poor, stricken with disease, plagued by droughts and floods, doomed with geographical location and corrupt leaders. Corrupt leaders are everywhere in the world. What are your plans in lifting Malawi out of this situation if you win the upcoming election, and how will you fight corruption?
Well, that's an opinion. I think this country that I know is resourced bountifully, rich arable land, very great rivers, a great lake, valleys that can produce. It is just being mismanaged. Poor leadership has been the problem. And so it's an impoverished nation. It's not a poor nation. And we believe that with the right kind of leadership, this country can get out of the abject poverty that basically politicians have led in that direction by making sure that people don't have sufficient food, they are not educated, and they are poor, so that they can look up to political leaders as benefactors. We want to change that kind of philosophy and empower the people, empower the farmers, empower the women, empower the young people, create jobs, and have factories, and have industries that add value to what the people produce. We believe we will get out of that when we win.
And corruption?
Oh, corruption. Yes,
Yes.
this is the biggest issue that actually we face, and we've been, unfortunately known for. And we are going to change that, because one of the things that has been a pillar in what we said is that we want to decisively deal with corruption. We will have all of the institutions that deal with this strengthened, financed, and have personnel that is able to act independently. We will do that through legislation as well, and we want to make sure that as leaders we are corrupt free. So we set an example that says if you get involved in corruption, you're out of this administration. We want people to know that the services that they are supposed to have, medicines they're supposed to have, education with excellent standards that have fallen apart. It's because of that corruption. And even infrastructure development has been affected because the roads that are being built, a month or two later, they have potholes and they are destroyed. Bridges are not lasting long because the standards are bad. And that has been corruption. So corruption has adversely affected the people, or that no members serving with us to serve Malawians are corrupt. And we will make sure the law takes its course on such members. So I will make sure that I myself, I will not want to get involved with that kind of practice.
And you've also been accused of being the architect of series of political violence in Malawi. What do you have to say about that?
Again, that is how they have wanted to portray the fact that they're running away from responsibility. There has been hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people protesting this past year in a way that this country has never witnessed before. And we are aware that they would be sending uh, corrupt and criminal elements to tarnish the image of those that were protesting. Every time there was cases of violence, I condemned it, and I condemned every single moment. And so, when I have been at the receiving end of that, uh, you know, uh, can I say, violent uh, attacks, even when I was tear gassed, visiting with an American ambassador, um, it was clearly a case where they were just wanting to provoke. We have evidence that points to the fact that those who were perpetrating these things would be literally let free by the police. And then you said, uh, they must know something about this. No, it is just a matter of wanting to portray me as someone who is violent when I'm the most peace loving, and they just don't like what I stand for.
But then you later went to organize a thank you rally in the area where the killings happened. Some say that this shows that you showed no concern regarding the loss of lives. What do you have to say about that, Your Excellency?
Because again, that is their interpretation. They want to uh, make sure that, that is what I did. If they listen to what I have, and we have that message on record, I went there because these people have been the recipient or at the receiving end of so much targeting them because of their resilience and their spirit to protest. You know, they have had their people killed. They have had their women raped. In fact, that um, issue has not even been concluded, despite the fact that the police said we would uh, expedite the investigations. They never came up. The Human Rights Commission put out their report and condemned the police. These are the people that have represented resilience. But I did not go there to literally thank them for involvement in violence. I want to thank them because of their resilience and the fact that even though somebody had died, and amongst them, they also killed some folks, and they never made that known. They were resilient folks. And even then, I spoke with them about not taking the law into their own hands. And we will build a community and a country that is law abiding. And so they just wanted to use that as a pretext for wanting to remain in power when actually their time is up.
All right, Dr. Chakwera, why did you choose a male, you are a man, as your running mate, not a woman, to balance gender?
That's a good question. I deliberately went into an alliance with someone that stayed with me in court, and basically because the people also wanted us to do this so that what we gained by winning our case in court, we can then gain by running together. However, we want to maintain a government that will follow the law. And in this country, even though the ideal is 50-50, in this country, we have passed a law that says 40-60 of either gender, and we will maintain that. And I just want you to know that this is for now, it is not for keeps. But as it is now, this is the ideal team that is unbeatable.
Great. And over the past month and a half, you've campaigned vigorously across the country, while your main rival has only campaigned for 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. How have you stayed fit to keep up with the demands of the campaign? And why is your rival only campaigning like for 2 days? What is he basing on? What exactly is going on ground?
Well, they, you know, brag about how they win elections other ways. So it's not a matter of selling their policies. Everybody's agreed, including people from their party, saying this country is going in the wrong direction. So whenever they're calling people to vote them back in power, they're just wanting to say, well, increase your speed going in the wrong direction. And that's not helpful for Malawians. I have the privilege of really being fit, physically, mentally, spiritually, and I'm grateful that my health is at its best as of now. And so I'm just campaigning, telling people that which we believe they deserve, and they deserve better. And we believe that with the divisions in the country, our intending to unite the country, our intending to uplift everyone, our intending to deal with corruption decisively and stick to the rule of law, these are elements that have endeared us across the nation. And so I get enthused when I see crowds receiving our message with such joy. And then, even when I got tired, all of a sudden I got more strength. So we gotten second wind, as it were, throughout all of these campaign meetings, because the people are so full of, they are so receptive to what we have to say.
All right, Your Excellency. So finally, can we safely say I've just spoken to the next president of Malawi? Of course, we have a lot of people from Malawi and over the world watching us right now. Any last words to them on this platform, on this particular platform?
Yes, ma'am. And I think you are right, because this is the people's expectation. This is the people's hope that this country will be turned around and face a new direction as we build a new Malawi. That will be a Malawi that everybody can enjoy and everybody can have what they need, because they have been empowered to become a productive nation. And for those Malawians that are watching me, I just appeal to them. It's just a few days. Let them go and vote. And let's begin to build a new Malawi that will be great for all Malawians, young people particularly, because they are directionless. They have no jobs. They have no money. They cannot be as productive as they would be, and yet they have the strength to do that. And we will use them in a way that they will be proud to have produced a country they will be happy to live in.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. And I just want to take this opportunity to wish you all the best in the next few days as you go to campaigns. And I also want to just encourage all the Malawians listening and watching us right now to keep it safe as they go to vote. Please keep your mask, take your mask and sanitize. I mean, COVID-19 is real. Any message on COVID-19 as well from Your Excellency?
Well, I wish all Malawians the best. And like you have rightly pointed out, we will have people lining up to vote and with masks on. And we will make sure that everybody sanitizes. We'll make sure that people take this as a serious problem that has befallen the world. And they will be sure to follow what we tell them after the political question has been responded to and answered positively. And I believe that the mistrust that is there right now and the misuse of the funds meant for the fight of COVID-19 will come to an end as well. And so we believe that the future of this country is as bright as ever been.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. All the way here from Germany, I say a good morning and happy campaigns and good luck.
You're welcome.
Thank you.